Distinguished, check the rules here in Nevada, Al.
Okay, there is a stand. He showed it against undefeated Tracy Patterson. He had a good arsenal of punches that included left hooks and his trademark, the right uppercut. This close decision win has propelled him into tonight's fight with former champ Stevie Cruz, WBA title. Here in one of his earlier fights, shows the short but powerful punches that have helped him produce 14 knockout wins. The road back to a title shot goes through Jeff Franklin tonight. And he won.
The boxing in his professional fight.
I mentioned that a couple of years, 1 in 9 action fights, and of course.
It's very serious, both men were, as to what.
Since a lot, with only a draw for Jesus Pohl, Eddie Futson, he has really improved.
He was 1-3 and drawn there, but it really has been a very tentative round. He got the right in quickly. Accomplishments of Wigan, ironic.
Still a young man and his only loss. But in this fight, I honestly decide using what I think might be.
Because he'll start the round with his gloves high, peekaboo style. That's good right, and now.
There you saw Jeff Franklin's a good comp.
As we say, they are very, very well matched. Going to go, but you certainly tend to think this will stipulate the distance. Give us a lot of back now after a good flurry. And they succeed in feeling each other.
Able to get some left hooks in.
To Cruz, he did more in that highlight.
A trade actress.
He was a National Golden Gloves bantamweight champion, then turned pro back in pro in '83.
Counter right hand a moment, and that's something Jeff right over that lazy jab.
He thinks he's due for his career 28 victories.
Not a big knockout punching
program, which he thinks will help lead him to more knockouts. Ironically won the previous 2
by Franklin. Cruz is the man that's supposed to replay coming back and just
the overhand right in the second round.
He's setting things up with his jab. Stevie's fighting kind of an in-between fight. He's not going into what's happening.
410. A world-ranked featherweight with a comeback. George Foreman continuing on tonight's card battle. Fight is
quite a bit of interest in this area in general and around the country. You'll see if it merits it.
And with that left hand again.
If I had to pick up, and so far it's been Franklin.
A much better tactic that really got
scoring after giving the first round to Cruz. I give the second.
In the second round, working with Franklin hand. Takes the body, left jab through.
Stevie Cruz is fighting an in-between fight. Now, that was a good 3 or 4 years ago after he got out. And he's an exchange kind of a fight. So if he gets caught in between, that's when he's going to get hit by Franklin.
Last win for Cruz was against Lopez in 7th round. That was March of this year.
Jeff Franklin is...
Ironically, Franklin, in talking very well, Cruz is when he's backing up. And to a certain extent, Jeff has succeeded in forcing him back.
Franklin keeping his discipline. I just don't know if he can deal with. Look at the jab. Franklin really made
a minute to go in the third round.
There's the uppercut far by Franklin. I guess he didn't see my keys to
at the time. Meant to watch, but didn't get around to it. A little more forceful here as this round draws to a close. There's a good right that drives Cruz back.
The left hook, and then the right. Look at the good combinations by Stevie Cruz. See, he's put
410. Counter punches. In their careers, although certainly
position though, Jeff Franklin certainly has
30 fights for Cruz and 21.
Never forget 1984 when Cruz.
Tracy Harris Patterson decision 10 rounds.
By and large, Franklin is fighting within himself fairly well. Good left hook to the body by Cruz, though. He has done that on 3 or 4 occasions.
Good hand. Called it.
Cruz does not want it. And I just feel...
good right.
Excellent right hand. If he would do that, he could avoid quite win the round. What he's doing is looking for the
end of this match. So you see a very tentative. He's backing away now, not all that willing to plow right in. It's the 4th round. Very rapidly draws to a close here.
Could land the right in this fight. Now, if you suggest it, we can see it's a very competitive round.
Tracy Harris Patterson, To that earlier, just in the last 6 months of this year. Cruz said this morning he did the fight so far. He was knocked out in the 12th round by...
Get back man who is not... Once in a while he reverts back to exchanges.
It's a good left off, but he pays for it.
He's used it a couple times.
Very surprise for a boxer with the experience of Stevie Cruz.
And you know, the thing is, these are close rounds. Always Franklin backing him up. And oh, big right.
He has not been stopped. He's lost 2 decisions in his career.
I honestly hasn't been knocked out. To not rely on one punch. Gets nailed with the right hand, but throw
enough. Unless he's down. Slow start for Cruz nonetheless.
He just hasn't used it that much.
When he goes to it, it can be a very good one. Look, they're effective here.
Is physically, I think, physically stronger than Jeff Franklin.
Looks that way. 10 years. Right after this one. World contenders, in the case of Foreman, might be again.
This has been in, I've got this in even rounds where the sharper punching he's might have gotten it. Just landing a bit about even.
Yeah, I'm very happy that I am not a judge for this one.
If this goes
on 6, he's into its final 30 seconds or less. It happened here. He's not out of it. He's certainly very much in this fight. He could very well be even. It's a good combination stick. A little bit more. Round 6.
This is what Stevie Cruz hasn't done enough of. Double left, that's a clever.
Now he goes inside and he decides.
I think at this point in the fight you're going to see that.
Tentative style of the first 5 rounds simply aren't going to work for him. You would have to suspect that Cruz.
Big right again. That one I think really felt by Jeff.
Just having a slow start.
To put his punches together. And he really can do it. Franklin's fought a bet against Patterson. We saw some.
I think if this were an amateur, I would score it being a professional bout than it is.
I don't know if he's landed as cleanly. Oh, excellent double left hook. Again, you see, that's what Cruz does so well. He has as good a left hook to the body as anyone in his division.
And he's catching him coming in. Some great counter punching now, but Franklin keeps on. Lunges out with a jab story again as Cruz goes down to the body and Franklin comes back to the head. Right from Cruz against Franklin. The
right hand by Franklin over a very lazy jab by Cruz. Now, it was around the Cruz I thought had a complete control. Jeff Franklin's made a nice comeback in the last minute.
Yes, he has.
We talked about the double left hook. Look at Cruz. Left.
Top these two in the careers of both fighters. Make no mistake of that. And he's been rolling toward a title shot. Can't do a name fighter like Cruz.
And even though Cruz is very young at 21, and he's been in a lot of bouts, so he's at a point where he's set back on him.
He would fight, certainly does fight, although certainly he has certainly handled himself better in the closing.
Regardless of championship matches, even against the Sparrow-Goats, he loses a big match.
Another championship in Barry McGuigan in Las Vegas back in June of '86.
Before after that big win against McGuigan, so it's apparent he belongs in the ring against good featherweights. There's no some of the other ones, but his determination and his doggedness.
You think that weight program of his, weight training, is a factor that maybe he's worrying about punching?
It's very possible. He's not throwing his punches in as good a fashion.
Round which draws round for Franklin. Stay with us. Stevie Cruz go down to the final 2 rounds.
For Jeff, marginal rounds that shouldn't affect the judges. That will mean to him.
Against Franklin the way we expected it. Jeff continues, but he certainly in volume is.
Whatever Steve sees as hostile to a lot of punches, he doesn't hear a decision loser. I don't think he can really point many fingers because he has not been quite as active as he'd like.
Is done. It's halfway now in the 9th round.
Good combo by both men. It would be interesting to see what
fire the left hook from long range. Score with.
Remember that couple No, not many people took him seriously 3 years ago when he was boxing. And every fight he improved. So it's
I bet you nobody ever complained about the food in those flights either.
And Franklin has done better as well.
Got to say, the guy on the booth on the right of your screen now is doing more. And you made the point about how Cruz, who's the visitor here in Franklin's home territory, has to give the extra 10%, and so far he hasn't.
Franklin putting his punches together very well. The jab, the right hand. Now, the right is not the
In that sequence, that's very
Stevie Cruz's career. Or a knockout by Stevie Cruz. It's unofficial.
Cruz not coming that jab. It's been a fairly consistent one from counter punches and hasn't allowed him to get inside.
It'll sound cliche, but Jeff Franklin wants this fight. He seems to want it more than Cruz.
If he does win this one tonight, Jeff Franklin.
The guy that we saw back in 1983 in matches here in Las Vegas, we saw levels of his career. The improvement is really astounding.
10th round remaining. He is indeed in both hands being loose. Countering by a punch again, 3-1, and that is almost 40.
But paying of right hands by Jeff Franklin.
Hard shots by Cruz, but he withstands the punishment, comes back with a flurry of... And about the winner, he beats Stevie Cruz here.